Bank Stadium, they were bundled up. Jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Minnesota Vikings. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Going to the air right away, Lawrence. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early on.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now a give running left is Nwangu. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the first running back drafted in April, this is Breece Hall. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Hall again on 2nd down. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Well, once again, from all of us at EA Sports, happy Thanksgiving. Hope everybody's had a fantastic day on the couch, belt unbuckled, feet up. This, of course, the nightcap to a great day of football here this Thanksgiving holiday 2022. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's got some space here. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Stafford. That's complete to Mooney. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Well, the Vikings are 1-9 now on the year. But they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. All right, boys, here we go. Back to the ground with Hall. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hall again on 2nd down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Breece Hall, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Kene Nwagu. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Patriots.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And credit the tackle to Theo Jackson.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Going quickly here to Thomas. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi, so if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. Touchdown, Patriots. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Vikings 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles. They had and he coughed it up. And the Patriots have it. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Let's go.
Now Lawrence on first down. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Vikings 7.
On second down, here's Nwangu. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ready, set.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
On the set.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Give left side here for Nwangu. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Kene Nwangu. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Patriots have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Patriots 21, Vikings 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now Hall to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. On 2nd and 7. Stafford. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Oh, wait a minute. They declined it.
Makes no sense, right? They just gave up a big yardage play, right?
And now it's going to stand. What?
The only thing I can think, someone is mad at their own defense, and they're trying to teach them a really, really crazy lesson.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Lawrence. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Vikings are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner in to bring him down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Drill right, 22. Zebra.
From his own goal line, Stafford. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 29, Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. Give to Hall running right. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Patriots take over.
Patriots take over 1st down 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go play action now. Lawrence drops this off with Nwangu. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like bats, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Returnable for Grant. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a first down throw. Stafford going for Metcalf on the deep ball. On Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Patriots will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, Charles, you were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down to the back at 33. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Paul want to give up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. DK Metcalf, 35 yards. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Santos with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Nuwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. waits at the line, ready to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Lawrence will throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence, right side, caught by Jackson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. On third down, Lawrence. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And this play comes to a hold at the 43. Well short of the first down. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will remain a one-touchdown game. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. On first down, right back to Hall. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 56 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Stafford. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run with Hall. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
4th here on Thanksgiving night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
53, ready.
To throw is Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Pats are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jackson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
New England on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On the draw, it's Nwangu. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Lawrence. Thomas has got it. Complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. That's caught by Jackson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now Lawrence to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, oh, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Straight ahead is Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
They'll look to run with Hall, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Middle.
Ball again. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And Parker, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Nwanger now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. On the give is Nwangu, and he'll get this to the 32.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now, Lawrence. Pass complete. Thomas finding room at midfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Handoff here to Nwangu. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Nwangu going to get it on the counter. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Lawrence completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give them that the rest of the way. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. On the run is Nwangu. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work. Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Stafford. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Pats, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4 and 7. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, their woes continue as the record falls now to...
You see, it's 2 type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it,